The opponent say switches into Azumarill, without a doubt one of the thickest mon in the format. However, Azumarill's bulk is about to be put to the test. Welcome back to the channel. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for my most recent upload where the audio quality was substandard. I do make content exclusively on my mobile phone, and to be honest, it's quite old and it is starting to struggle. However, I hope today the audio quality is somewhat better, because we have an incredible battle submission from a battler with an in-game name that I really like, Real Wavy and Saucy. This battler has not only put together a team featuring one of the newly released Shadow Pokemon in the form of Shadow Empolion, with its legacy move of Hydro Cannon that of course he would have had to invest an Elite TM into, we have got one of the ultimate glass cannons in the form of Shadow Hanuter. This Pokemon has an attack stat of about 2 bazillion. It will not be losing CMP to anything we're likely to see. However, that means its bulk is non-existent and its damage output is absurd. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1, we lead Empolion into Roserade, the opponent say switch into Annihilate, and my god, is it Haunter time. Haunter might be glassy, but due to our Ghost Poison type in these counters, our triple resisted Haunter shields up the Night Slash, commits to the full Shadow Claw farm down, and we leave absolutely loaded. Back out comes Roserade, and Roserade is not in for a good time. We fire off the Ice Punch, forcing the opponent's first Protect Shield. Real Wavy and Saucy then farms up, throws Ice Punch number 2 on the CMP site, and the opponent is now all shields down. Real Wavy and Saucy thinking, fuck it, let's see if Haunter can sweep the team. We shield up the Weather Ball, fire off Ice Punch number 3, and that is going to secure the knockout. Can Haunter sweep the entire team? The opponent's final Pokemon is Whiscash. Unfortunately, we're not going to reach the Shadow Ball, so we settle for the Ice Punch. Despite this only being neutral, it gets Whiscash down into the yellow, and Haunter has done so much damage. Real Wavy and Saucy gonna send out his own. Whiscash enter the mirror. The opponent fire off the Scold. They get the attack drop, but no attack drop will be saving this opponent. We bank the Mud Bomb, pivot into Empolion to force the energy. The opponent fire off the Mud Bomb, securing the knockout. However, we can now fire off our own Mud Bomb. Question mark, what the heck is happening? Oof, we get a huge amount of lag. I imagine the opponent rage quit the app. I know this opponent. Shout out to Atomi Gaming. I can't blame you, buddy, as that was a rough match, and we're going to take that game. In the next battle, we see the very annoying Marshmallow, although not that annoying for our team, especially in the lead, as Empolion, due to its sub-steel typing, does resist Charm. Real Wavy and Saucy farms up, fires off the Hydro Cannon, forcing the opponent's first Protect Shield. People who run Toxic Charmers love to force alignment. However, is that going to be possible? The opponent fires off the Icy Wind, we withstand the damage, and we're able to make Hydro Cannon number 2. The opponent is going to be forced to double shield. If they want alignment, the opponent give up on alignment and then send out Decidueye. Once again, Haunter sitting in a fantastic spot. We're able to withstand the leafage damage, and we're hitting for huge super effective with the Shadow Claws. We shield up the Frenzy Plant. The opponent then pivot out into Gligar, and we answer with Whiscash. The opponent really is going to have to pick their poison. Do they want to shield up the super effective Scold, or are they going to save that Protect Shield for the double super effective Ice Punch? We farm up, throw the Scold. Scold going to do huge damage. The opponent recognizing they can survive, but they're left deep into the red. We see the instant no shield from Real Wavy and Saucy. The opponent fire off the Aerial Ace, go for an undercharge. We look to Mud Shot farm down. Unfortunately, we can't get there. We fire off the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. They then get the full Wing Attack farm down. They pivot back out into Decidueye, looking to make that catch. Real Wavy and Saucy says, not today, trainer, holds his energy, and we take that game. In the next battle, we see another Toxic Charmer. Holy crap, people. Loving their tap-tap, fast move beatdown strategies. This opponent say switches into Cresselia. We actually don't pivot straight out into Haunter. Instead, we look to chip and dip with the Hydro Cannon, and my god, that does a lot of damage. We then pivot out into Haunter. Most Cresselias do run Future Sight, so we are going to respect it with a Protect Shield. The opponent bait with the Grass Knot. Once again, this is a Grass Knot. We would survive this. We don't tank many moves particularly well, but Grass Knot from Cresselia does around 50%. Real Wavy and Saucy opts to keep his Haunter healthy, and that isn't a bad shout, as the opponent can only hit for resisted with all the quick moves left in this battle. The opponent sends out Dubwall, we fire off the Ice Punch, forcing a Protect Shield. The opponent then pivot back out into Wigglytuff, and Haunter still not done. Gonna fire off an Ice Punch at this annoying Charmer. The opponent invests their final Protect Shield, and we then pivot back out into Empolion. We look to fire off the charge move, but we get a 1-turn switch, so unfortunately the opponent is able to fire off first, but we withstand the damage. Return fire with the Hydro Cannon, even debuff, securing the knockout back out, comes double, and the opponent is going to be forced to dump energy. Our Penguin is so low that even a resisted body slam does secure the knockout. We send back out Haunter, looking to force the energy. If you're wondering just how glassy Haunter is, this body slam is double resisted, but still secures the knockout. We now send out Whiscash, and this is going to be very straightforward from here. The opponent YOLO the payback, which doesn't do enough damage. We return fire with the Scald, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle, we lead Shadow Empolion into Gligar. What a beautiful lead. The opponent says no thank you and safe switch into the silly electric fish. I'll be honest, I've got no idea why we're safe switching Haunter, but we'll let Real Wavy and Saucy cook. Look at this spark damage, what the heck? I'm so confused at where Haunter's HP is going. Real Wavy and Saucy farms up, throws the Shadow Ball on the CMP tie, forcing a shield back. Haunter going to be sacrificed to the Pokegod Surf, of course knocks out. We now send out Whiscash. We can easily tank a Surf, however Real Wavy and Saucy opts to throw the Mud Bomb on the CMP tie, keeping as much health on his Whiscash as possible. Back out comes Gligar. This is Shadow and Shadow Crime. The opponent needs to respect the Scald. Scald goes unshielded. The opponent near gets one shot, and then we see a beautiful snipe with Empolion. The opponent's final Pokemon is Skarmory, and they're going to concede the match. Nicely done. Real Wavy and Saucy off to a very quick 4-0 start. Heading into battle number 5, we lead Empolion into Trevenant. Unfortunately, we're going to be forced to stay in as Whiscash does not fancy the work. The opponent actually allows us to reach the Drill Peck first, which should force us early shield advantage. The opponent does oblige, putting up that Protect shield. It's quite crazy to see that these resisted waterfalls are almost keeping pace with the damage output of the neutral Shadow Claws. We take our shield advantage, send out Haunter. Of course, Haunter is going to have to respect the charge move the opponent bait with the Seed Bomb and then pivot out into Azumarill. Azumarill might think it's thick, but Haunter about to put his bulk to the test. We full send the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball goes unshielded, near one shot in Azumarill. We then make the Ice Beam catch onto Whiscash. I like that play a lot as Whiscash is going to be able to come in, absorb the energy and get a very nice Mud Shot farm down. If the opponent sends back out Trevenant, they're so low that even a Mud Bomb will knock out Real Wavy and Saucy over farms. Fires off the Mud Bomb. To my surprise, Mud Bomb forces the opponent's final Protect shield. Are you weak? Real Wavy and Saucy thinking exactly that I am, that the opponent is indeed weak to Whiscash. They pivot out into Granbull. Whiscash fires off the Scald. Scald got a near one-shot Granbull. We look to bank the Mud Bomb, pivot into Haunter. Unfortunately, we get sniped with the Charm, but Haunter is going to be able to Shadow Claw farm down everything and take that game. Real Wavy and Saucy manages to go a perfect 5-0 in set number 1 with this insanely glassy team. Huge congrats. Let's see if you can keep that momentum going when we hit set number 2. Heading into the next battle, we see Empolion into Whiscash. This matchup isn't as bad as you might think, as just look at this oppressive waterfall damage. Real Wavy and Saucy going to invest a Protect shield on the Mud Bomb. However, we're likely forced to Protect shield back with our Hydro Cannon. We throw one quick move and the charge move for optimal fast move timing. So when using a 3-turn move, you always want to throw an odd number. So 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. We do get our shield back, and then we safe switch into our own Whiscash. The opponent fire off the Scald, of course getting the attack drop. Real Wavy and Saucy finds himself in a tough position. We actually shield up the Mud Bomb, and that is going to leave Haunter with no Protect shields too high behind. We fire off the Scald, securing the knockout. The opponent then send out Annihilate. Oh crap. This is dreadful. Haunter isn't going to fancy tanking any charge moves from this thing. We fire off the Scald, forcing the opponent's final Protect shield. We're able to reach Scald number 2, but this just isn't going to do enough damage. The opponent commits to the full counter farm down. How the heck do we win this game? We send out Empolion, looking to force the energy. The opponent give up switch, sending out Bronzor. We answer with Haunter, and I think that is actually the incorrect play. So a potential win con here would be to stay in with Empolion, force the energy of this Bronzor, then send out Haunter, commit to the Shadow Claw farm down, leave with a charge move, and despite Annihilate having a charge move banked, Haunter would win CMP, and that potentially would win us the match. However, in the heat of battle, that sort of win con is very difficult to see. It's much easier for me just watching the battles back. GG's regardless. In the next battle, we see the battle of the water types. The opponent saves switch into Trevenant, and we answer with Haunter. Can we one shield and farm down? I don't know, but we're going to try it. Haunter shields up the Seed Bomb bait. looks for the Shadow Claw farm down, which we get on 1 HP and a dream. Holy crap, that was close. The opponent send out Golbat. Do they think they caught a sludge bomb? We throw the Shadow Ball. Get that Golbat out of here. Nuke from absolute full health. What a boom. That wasn't even a Shadow Golbat. I cannot believe how much damage that did. That was insane. The opponent now has a 2-shield Azumarill versus the world. We forced the first Protect Shield with the Drill Peck. Empolion actually pretty decent in this matchup, as we have the ability to hit for neutral with the Drill Pecks, whereas we resist everything in Azumarill's arsenal. We tank the Play Rough, return fire with Drill Peck, number 2, forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield. Can we reach one more? The opponent looks for the bubble farm down, but Empolion says no, reaches one final Drill Peck, leaving Azumarill down deep into the red. We now send out Wish Daddy Cash. Azumarill can't hold 2 charge moves. They throw the Ice Beam bait, which does absolutely nothing, and then they're going to concede the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next one. Dreadful lead. We're going to see the save switch into Wish Daddy Cash. The opponent stays in, looking for the chip and dip, throwing the X-Scissor, and they likely retreat into something. The opponent does fire off the X-Scissor. To my surprise, the opponent continued to stay in. So Real Wavy and Saucy going to return fire with the Scold. Scold forces a Protect Shield. Unfortunately, we don't see the attack drop, so Real Wavy and Saucy forced to shield this move up. If he wants to keep Whiscash alive, we do invest that Protect Shield, and then we fire off the next Scold. Show me the attack drop. The opponent actually choose to 2-shield their lead. We do get the attack drop. I guess at this stage, we just let Wish Daddy Cash go and put it all on Haunter. We see Real Wavy and Saucy wait out his timer, and to my surprise, we send back out Empolion. With the attack drop, these Volt Switches don't actually do all that much damage. I thought we were just going to tank the energy and send out Haunter. Real Wavy and Saucy has other ideas. We shield up the discharge, return fire with the Hydro Cannon. Of course, this is easily going to knock out. Out comes Dubwall. We bank some energy, send out Haunter, and this is why Haunter is effectively dead weight with no Protect Shields, even if the opponent doesn't have payback, which it looks like they don't. Wild Charge, of course, going to one-shot us from absolute full health. The opponent reset their debuff, sending out Gligar. Empolion is going to get his big boom with the Hydro Cannon. However, unfortunately, we're not going to have enough in the tank to take this game, and we're going to take a heartbreaking loss. GG's to that opponent. To get any real use out of Haunter, you really need to save it Protect Shield, as with no Protect Shield, it's effectively just dead. In the next battle, we see another Whiscash. This time, we enter the mirror immediately, drawing out Decidueye. Oof, this is rough. This Pokemon always confuses the shit out of me. I can never remember whether the 2-turn moves, Leafage or Magical Leaf, but regardless, whatever quick move they're using, we get Fast Move beat all the way down, and we're now sitting in such a tough spot. We can send in Haunter that is going to resist the quick move. However, the opponent completely farmed us down, so they're going to make 2 Spirit Shackles, and we're going to be forced to double shield. The opponent still has 2 Protect Shields, and none of our remaining Pokemon want to tank a Mud Bomb. The opponent sends out G-Weezy. We farm up, look to get that big boom with the Shadow Ball. Does the opponent respect the damage? Boo. The opponent does respect the damage, not allowing Haunter his big boom moment. Take us out with the Brutal Swing. We send back out Empolion. The opponent just going to reach the Mud Bomb, so we're going to concede the match. Heading into the next one, we see a real throwback with someone leading Altaria. Altaria used to be top meta. However, Shadow Dragonair and Shadow Dragonite are now normally the preferred dragons just for their pure oppressive fast move damage. Speaking of oppressive, Empolion is supposed to resist Dragon Breath. However, it doesn't look like it as we're getting torn apart. The opponent fire off the Sky Attack. We withstand the damage, but we're unable to make another Drill Peck. We now send out Wish Daddy Cash. This Altaria is going to be a huge problem for us. The opponent fire off the Sky Attack. Whiscash now already below half health. Wavy and Saucy fires off the Scold. Scold goes unshielded. We then pivot into Haunter looking for the snipe, which we get, but we're already been hugely chunked. However, that might not matter, as we've got shield advantage for our Haunter, and the opponent send out Primate. They're hitting us for triple resisted. With the counters, we throw the Ice Punch on the CMP tie, forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield. Haunter now absolutely smelling blood. Wavy and Saucy over farms, fires off the next Ice Punch. Of course, easily going to knock out. Show me something we can nuke. Come on, trainer. Ask and you shall receive. The opponent's final Pokemon is Cresselia, and it's going to be hi Cresselia, bye Cresselia. Get fucking wrecked. And Haunter pulls off an incredible sweep to end the video. Huge shout out to Real Wavy and Saucy for an incredible battle submission. That was so much fun, seeing Haunter just run rampant in the catch club open great league. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you like your battles featured on my channel, links to battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.